Hi everybody, welcome back for another weekly check-in. Today I'm going to be tracking transactions from April 21st until the 27th. That is week 3 for April. If you're new here, my name's JoJo, and on this channel I share with you our family's journey to financial freedom. And today, as I mentioned, I'm going to be doing our weekly check-in. This is very important for us to make sure we're staying on track with the plan that we'd set in place for that month. We use the Every Dollar app to do our budget, and my son is home sick today, so I'm going to just be pretty quick with going through these transactions. We had a pretty rough night, so we're just doing lots of cuddles. He's relaxing on the couch right now, but I'm just going to go ahead and hop right in. I'm going to start here at the top with income. We did have our paycheck 2 come in. My husband and I are both W-2 employees. We get paid hourly. We get paid on the same week and every other week. Here's one paycheck and then the other paycheck, and they did come in above what we had expected them to be. I always try to underestimate our income and overestimate our expenses. That's it for income. Next, we're going to come down here to bills. The first bill that we had was this PlayStation subscription. I thought I had canceled that, but it looks like we are still being charged. So that is something I'm going to look into to make sure it's canceled. Then we did have our solar panels come out as expected. That has been something we've been waiting for, and it came out as the $127.72, which it is supposed to be. Starting next month for our electricity and gas bill, we will still have a small portion of electricity to pay because the transaction happened kind of mid-month or mid-billing cycle for our electricity company. But moving forward, our solar panels are projected to cover all of our electricity needs, and then our bill will only be the gas bill. Next was Alexa, and she came out as the expected $14.99. Then our insurance came out, and I budget $180. It came out at $177. That's for 3 vehicles and a motorhome. That was it for our bills. I'll go ahead and just collapse the fixed expenses. I did want to let you guys know I kind of left this flight charge lingering here. For those of you who watched my weekly check-in last week, I had let you guys know that my girlfriends and I are going to be going to a Bryan concert in June. We're super excited. It's kind of a mom's getaway, and I had purchased my flight using the flight eraser or travel eraser miles through our venture card. We're cashless budgeters. I have all of our cards linked down below if you guys want to see what we use for travel points and just cash rewards. But it was successful, you guys. This is a super awesome feature. It makes booking and using your travel points so easy. I thought I'd have to use the venture card booking app within the actual Capital One site, but I was able to book my flight through another servicer and get a better deal on the flight, and then just go through and claim my rewards by asking for them to erase that transaction essentially. That's why it's called the eraser. I'm just going to delete that. That feels so good to get rid of that big charge. Some of these next ones come from sinking funds, so I'll wait to reconcile those transactions until we get to the sinking funds category. And any splits I save until the end as well. So the first non-split variable expense we come to is pets. I had bought a new leash. It's more of the anti-tug for our puppy when I take him for walks. And that was from Amazon, and then also a new ball tosser. We went camping, and I think that the ball tosser just got left at the campground maybe, but he loves to play ball. He's a border collie, and so we need to wear out his energy, and so that was a must-have for us for $9.44. Then there were some more pets transactions. The other household pets transaction category purchases were things for the aquarium. And so we'll drag all of these over. Okay, so the next transaction we come to was my husband's. He'd stopped at one of our local gas stations, and I think those are really the only purchases for him. He still has $9.44 moving into the last week. This next one is my Bryan ticket, and it was $313.50. We kind of splurged on the tickets. We knew it was going to be kind of a once in a lifetime experience where all of us moms were getting together to have this special day together. So we opted to get some really good tickets. I can't wait. I love concerts. I used to do them all the time before kids, and this is the first really good concert I've been to without my kids, with my girlfriends, that I'm so excited, you guys. We're all just really excited. But what I'm going to do for this is split it. So I do have another purchase. I had got some Starbucks. I just Venmo'd. One of the girls at work was making a Starbucks run for everyone, and she just made one big purchase. So I Venmo'd her the cost for my Starbucks. And so that's that $5, but this leaves me with $95.09. So what I'm going to do with my Bryan ticket is I'm going to come in and split between what's left of my spending, the $95.09, and then I'm going to add my face sinking fund. And it is at 0, but I'm going to kind of just carry this negative balance within our sinking funds and contribute to it. I should be able to catch up pretty soon to pay that ticket price off. But we'll pull that in. That'll be the $95.09 from my spending, and then the rest, the $218.41, is going to come from my face. Okay, so that leaves me with 0 in my spending, and then when we go down to the sinking funds, we'll see that I'm negative that $218. Our next transaction that is non-split is for gas. My husband was the only one that had filled up so far. Then there was one miscellaneous purchase. This was a subscription for my kids that I honestly wasn't aware of, but it has now been canceled. But it was $20.98 that's going to be pulled from miscellaneous, and then my husband had stopped and got the kids some treats from one of the little corner stores by where we live. This Walmart transaction, we do a Walmart pickup. Our grocery pickup is still pending. So far the app is saying that it was $67.85, and that's all from groceries. It looks like there was a household purchase from Family Dollar I forgot to drag over. Now we'll move on to our splits. I have this Walmart split. Okay, it looks like this one is being split quite a bit. We have this little donation. At the end, they ask if you want to donate. So that was $1. That'll go to giving, and then gifts, kids, and the rest is going to household. So I'm just going to follow my little notes here. There was $1 for giving. Gifts and holidays was $5. Kids is $8. And the rest is household, $13.43. The next split transaction I have to reconcile is this Dollar Tree one. And it looks like some of it is going to miscellaneous. That is $2.50. And then the rest I know for this transaction was from gifts and holidays. My daughter had her birthday party on last Saturday, and I was just kind of doing some last minute party supply pickups, but I took my son with me to the Dollar Tree, and he picked up a couple of little cars, and so it was $125 now for each of the dollar store items. So it was $250 for his 2 cars, and then the rest was from gifts and holidays. I had to pick up some more goodie bag things because as kids were RSVPing, I needed to kind of assemble some more goodie bags. But that is it for the splits and any that include the variable expenses. We didn't have any extra debt contributions, now down to sinking funds. The first ones we come to are for my husband's PlayStation. He has had the same remote controls for such a long time, and they were starting to kind of be on the fritz, so he picked up a couple of things for those. That's going to come from the electronic sinking fund. Then they purchased me another Mother's Day present, so they're spoiling me this year for Mother's Day, and that's coming from Gifts and Holidays. The Party City, this is a party store where we live. This was balloons and some little gummies to put in the goodie bags and all that fun stuff. Then the Dollar Tree was for the goodie bags mostly. And my daughter wanted an ice cream cake. We got it from Baskin Robbins. It turned out adorable. I would highly recommend if you're looking for an ice cream cake. We were able to get it custom made within 2 days, and they did an amazing job. And honestly, we had probably like 30-40 people at the party, kids and adults, and so a cake to feed that amount of people was $60. Then I picked up some food trays from Smith's for the party. We ordered pizza, and then there was this Amazon birthday purchase, which, it looks like it actually is going to be a split. So $20 was for birthday stuff, and then the remaining $381 is for miscellaneous. Let me go ahead and put those in. $20 for gifts and holidays, $381 for miscellaneous. Track those. And all of these are going to be dragged over to gifts and holidays. So, you guys, as you can see, this is negative by a lot. And we have 2 weddings coming up, and Mother's Day to still purchase for my mom and my husband's mom. What we're going to do, as I've told you guys before, this electronics is getting built up quite a bit, and we honestly don't have any expected big purchases to come from this. What I'm going to do is, instead of contributing $200 to electronics, we're not going to contribute anything, and gifts and holidays is going to have a total of $400 contributed to it. It is still negative $184.52. I might just carry that over. I might use some of our cash flow when we close out the budget next week. Or I might steal from electronics again for the month of May and contribute $400 to cover for those purchases that we know are coming up. I expect about another $300 to be used for the those 2 weddings and Mother's Day gifts for May. So I'm still kind of on the fence, but I have a couple of game plans in mind. The other thing, this dad bod, this PlayStation game, I'm going to reassign that to electronics as well. So that will still leave $46.53 in my husband's dad bod category, and then electronics has plenty within it to be able to absorb that purchase. Okay, you guys, that is going to be the check-in for this week. I hope you guys had a wonderful week and are having some nice spring weather headed your way. And I will see you guys next week when we go to close out this budget. Bye, everyone.